Hi, welcome to Blacticulate, a podcast series featuring UK young black professionals, where we find out how they do what they do, so you can too. Or not. After all, it is your life. I've got a treat for you. I've got Solomon, who actually, you're not part of my personal network. You're part of a dear mutual friend of ours called Stasha.
Yeah.
And she thought you'd be brilliant for me to interview for Blacticulate.
Yeah, she did.
Well, you're doing things positive. And, you know, that's what this is all about. So, without further ado, man, introduce yourself, tell the people who don't know about you what you're up to.
Hey everybody, my name is Solomon Akano. I'm an actor, 28 years of age, and basically I'm a full-time actor, and that's what we're trying to do, take it from London or England to Hollywood.
Okay, that's your dream, to get to Hollywood?
That's the dream, that's the ultimate dream. I believe if you're doing anything, you almost always have to aim for the best. And in the field of acting, as good as it is in the UK, we're limited to somewhat, but ultimately the biggest industry in the movie industry is Hollywood.
Okay.
And I always believe that if you don't go for the best, or if you're not aiming for the best in what you do, I don't see the point in doing it.
Okay. And Hollywood, it is the pinnacle.
It is the pinnacle, yeah.
But I know, like, there's Nollywood, there's Bollywood.
Yeah, they're a bigger market in terms of distribution.
Okay.
But not necessarily sales and money and opportunity you get, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
With Nollywood, they're the third largest industry, but number one in distribution, as in they release more films, almost like one every day or every other day.
Yeah.
So that's why they're the bigger in that aspect. But in terms of going places or financially or just bettering yourself, you're a bit more limited, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying everything's about money, I'm not saying everything's about trying to be a superstar, but my whole thing is, as I said, if you want something, you have to go for the best. Okay. And I believe Hollywood is the best.
Right, so how are we doing this?
Well, at the moment, it all started off me acting, doing amateur work, trying to learn the craft, trying to better myself, networking with people. Started doing free shows, as I said, but then managed to get a break, done a show, got myself an agent.
Okay.
So from then, things started looking up, getting more official auditions rather than looking from little auditions myself, just to like build my portfolio up.
Okay. I wanna still stay on that subject, because what I ideally want is for the listeners to know those platforms that you did. So when you said you started doing free shows, you started auditioning, and you were looking for work yourself, what were there any specific go-to websites?
Yeah, there's websites like people know of Star Now, Casting Pro and stuff like that. They're like for up and coming artists who can get some good auditions, but not the top auditions, but still get relevant auditions or like short films and stuff like that, which are essential to building up your platform. Because as you know, in this industry, everybody wants someone that's got experience, everyone wants somebody that's done something. So things like that, or word of mouth, that's how I got involved in it.
Okay. And Star Now and those sort of platforms, they helped you get that experience.
Yeah.
Can you get that experience any other way? Can you do your own thing? I mean,
Yeah,
like,
you
I know
can
there's YouTube, right?
Yeah, there's definitely different platforms. There's other people putting their own stuff or writing their own material. But when I started doing my own one, when I started coming up, there was not a lot of people doing that. I would say I didn't make the most of that platform them times, and it was rarely that you saw a lot of people doing it. Not that I'm saying I'm following people.
No,
but
I get it.
At that particular time, people weren't interested in things like that. Yeah. It was more doing the graft and the hard work of looking, doing amateur shows, looking on website, putting on Google, word of mouth, talking to this person, hollering at theatre companies and stuff like that. Because you can't just go to an agent or say, sign me up. They'll be like, what have you done? Who are you? That kind of thing. At least show us something. So, but now, as you said, with the media, the social network is boosted a lot of people up. It has helped a lot of people's careers.
Okay, so as we speak, like, what challenges are you facing?
Yeah, I mean, the struggle you face as an actor is finding a job. It's plain and simple. Finding somebody that trusts you or believe you in you to play a certain role, because you go to certain auditions and sometimes casting agents have an idea of what they're looking for.
Yeah.
So by just looking at you, sometimes you may not even get the job.
Yeah.
So the struggles you face is finding a job, like the income, because people think actors, they do a job, they get paid straight away. It doesn't work like that. You get paid about 6 to 8 weeks after.
Oh, okay.
So you have to learn how to manage your money first of all. Money that audition work don't come in regularly all the time, because this year I've done 2 professional works.
Right.
2 works. So, but I've been to at least 200 to 300 auditions already this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a bit of exaggeration, but
No. But
I mean,
yeah, I see that.
to comparison of how you get the job, like, so, and I mean, it's a very hard industry, but people think that it's very easy. People think that we just do is get in front of the camera or just stand in front of the stage and start. It's not as easy as people see, as it's not that at all, because I don't want to sound like I'm playing a race card or anything like that, but as black people or ethnic minorities, not only black people, like ethnic minorities in the UK, we're limited to a certain role anyway.
Right.
Like, there's not much roles for us. Like, for example, let's take EastEnders. It's meant to portray East London.
Right.
East London. But in East London, on a road, it's not like you're gonna find one black family or one Asian family and the rest of them are white.
Yeah.
Like, East London's much diverse than that.
Yeah.
So you have Asian, you have Chinese, you have blacks, you have white, you have Eastern European, but still in EastEnders is mainly
A white cast.
a white cast.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So we're limited. So that's what I was saying as well with America as well. Even though they're still limited, but they have more opportunity for black people and ethnic minorities.
How do you maintain or stay positive?
It's very hard to motivate yourself. I mean, with me personally, I have supporting families. Some of them don't understand what I'm going through. Some of them just feel pack it in and get a job. So that could be a bit hard as well. But I have a few family members, few friends, and church members as well. They encourage you. You have to encourage yourself as well.
Okay, so you're religious.
Yeah.
That helps.
That helps massively, and you have to encourage yourself as well, because unless people are in your shoes, they can't physically understand everything you're going through or what the struggles you're facing. So as I have positive, and because I have 1 or 2 friends, as I said, in the industry, so they know some of the struggles they feel in their field, so we encourage each other, we bounce that off each other. But I have certain family members that also don't understand that they put me down, but I also have family members that lift me up as well. So that's a good thing.
So it's friends, family, and just surrounding yourself and like
be positive,
even religion.
And you must know what you want as well and stick at it, because a lot of people say they want to be somebody or do something, but they don't stick at it long enough. And that's the key part. You have to stick at it. You can't be half-heartedly on this thing, because it's not going to work for you. Because unless there's been stories where casting directors have stopped somebody on the street and they've made it and they've blossomed, but that's very rare. I'm not saying it's not going to happen to you, but it's very rare. So you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in your craft, you have to believe in your trade, and you have to 100%, I can't stress this enough, 100% believe in yourself that you can make it, because it starts with you.
I think that is powerful. So your confidence, have you always been confident?
Yeah, I've had moments when my confidence has been knocked, but I've had to pick myself up. I've had to.
What do you tell yourself? Yeah, like give me that story in your head. I mean, what'd you say? What does Solomon say to Solomon?
Every morning when Solomon wakes up, Solomon says, "You're the best actor in the world. You're gonna make it. trusting God. God has a plan for you. God has given you this talent for a reason. It's not just for yourself, but for other people as well. So you cannot let yourself down, cannot let God down. So that's why I tell myself every morning that I have this God-given talent and I must make the most of it because God has given it to me.
Do you think there could be a case where you're so fixated in making it in something that maybe you might just not be good at? Right. Now, I think, and I'm a personal believer, that hard work always supersedes like
Definitely.
natural talent.
Definitely.
So if you put in the craft, like you're saying, you'll definitely make it. I believe that. But sometimes we have to almost, cut our losses.
Yeah.
How do you find that balance to find if what you're doing isn't really going to yield? And does that even make sense as a question, if you know what I'm trying to get at?
I kind of get what you're getting at, but I'll firstly touch on what you said as well, with hard work, because talent alone won't get you there. So don't think you're too good and therefore someone's going to pick you up and you're in any profession, anything. Talent alone does not get you. You have seen people talentless but hard working and they've got it ahead of people that have the talent. So with that, and to try to answer what you asked the best, how do you find the balance, right?
Yeah.
Of
Just saying, you know what, I gave it my best shot, but it's clearly not for me. Because in your industry, in your field, you can still have that dream till you're almost at retirement age.
Yeah.
And you can possibly still make it in a retirement age, like if you start going for older roles and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I'm only going to use this as an example. I've got a friend of mine who shall not be named, who wants to break it in the industry of music. But he's getting to that stage where I think he wants to make it into a popular commercial musician, and that is a young person's game.
Yeah.
And now he's no longer young.
You're asking for the cut-off point if there's one.
Hey guys, before we return to the episode, I just wanted to say I appreciate you listening. And if you'd like to get involved, then please visit www.blacticulate.com for more information. Now let's get back to the episode.
Should there ever be one?
I mean, if you believe in yourself, if you work hard at what you believe, I don't think there should be a cut-off point. I think you just have to reinvent yourself in what you do. Because, as you said, with the let's take the music industry. What people were doing 10, 15 years ago, they're not doing now. So, to stay relevant, to stay current, you have to reinvent yourself. You have to find a way to apply yourself to the moving system or like the moving growth of what's happening. Because musicians, it's very hard for them. We all know that. So, you can't still say you want to do old school garage in this day and age. It's going to be very hard. You can still be lyrical, but you have to find a way of transforming yourself so you're still relevant to the modern crowd or the era that you're living in. So I don't think you ever have a cutting point. I just think you just have to find a way of reinventing yourself and making yourself relevant.
Okay. No, I get that. So do you do that as an actor?
Definitely. You have to, I mean, you can't just have a box character or just like want to go for one certain kind of role, or like you have to know how to be versatile in what you do, because other actors look for other things within the acting world as well. So I'm going to writing, so I'm going to directing, so I'm going to producing, so I'm going to the studio acting, but that's all part of making yourself relevant, getting the flow of the income sometime and other ways. So I mean, you can't just sit in one box and say, this box only for me, and that's it, and put my hand up.
Well, again, for the sakes of the listeners, I don't want them to have any delusions about getting into acting. So do you have any examples, any stories where it was hard? Do you know what I mean? Like even going for an audition or something, just like any example.
I have loads.
Yeah, hit me. What happened? what happened? And did you beat them up?
No, I mean, I went to one audition for, I believe it was Skype, for the advert for Skype.
Okay.
Like, there was a group of us, so everybody there, not to try and toot my own horn, but everything I did was done in one take. They said I was excellent, I was fantastic. I got called back for a second audition with some other people. The casting director kept on saying, "You're the best." Like everyone, like I had to do about 10 takes for them. They don't get it, but it's you. It's just natural. It flows. This, that. So in my head, I was feeling quite confident. Then to get the email that I didn't actually get the job, that was a bit disheartening for me. And when I did see the advert, it was the people they were complaining about that actually got the job. So just because you may be good at it or you've done the best audition doesn't necessarily mean you get the job sometimes. So, and
do you know why they got the job over you? Did you get any feedback apart from the fact that it was great feedback?
I didn't get apart from when I went to the audition, they didn't give me any other feedback. But I went to 2 auditions for it, and they kept on saying you were great, you were excellent. I was in and out, and there was a particular guy that was actually in the advert. He took about 15 minutes just to do a short thing, and when I went, like they were like, "Oh, it's a pleasure working with you." It's like the way they sound is like they gave me like a reassurance I was going to get the job, but then I didn't get the job. So,
and you face that often?
You faced that.
And was the guy who got the job, was he white, black, or?
Yeah, he was white.
Okay, so you went for a role that it wasn't specified in the job description that they wanted a black person. It was just they needed.
They said ethnicity. As I said, in most of the casting breakdown, they either say black or any ethnicity or white. But it's funny because I've been to auditions where they specifically asked for black people, and the most people in the audition room were white people.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, you face some discrimination. That's in any profession. That unless we have more our people within that casting role, and they're casting directors and black directors coming up. Now, unless we have majority of our people in there, we're always gonna face discrimination.
Right.
So, I mean, I've been to auditions where, like, literally, it's been room full of just all white people auditioning. So it was a bit hostile when I got in there.
Really?
Yeah. And I've never seen a black casting director since I've gone to all this audition.
No way. So maybe that's the thing that I need to get on tape. I'm going to find a black casting director and figure out how they did it.
They can be very lovely to you.
Yeah, of course.
They can be very sweet to you, but you may just not be what they're looking for. It's got nothing to do with race or your ability. Sometimes it's just you just don't fit the look, because some casting directors have a certain look in their head before you even walk in.
Of course.
So, I mean,
and because it sounds like such a difficult industry to get into, and you don't know why you don't get jobs because they don't give you feedback. So
sometimes they do. Sometimes you could ask for it, but I mean, it's hard because first, another thing is, think about it. There's about 2,000 to 3,000 black boys that look like me in Britain that want to become actors just like me, and they're asking that we're already limited to the roles we play. So there's another 2,000 people just like me going for the same role for me. Whereas, you know what I mean? If you're of a race, there's always more doors for you and stuff like that. And I don't want to sound like I'm being negative, or I'm just saying it's just a lot easier for like white people, anything like that. I'm not trying to do that at all, but I'm just saying you can see in what we watch and the products of what comes out on our TV that
the options are limited.
Yeah, and there's limited for black people.
Again, I feel like we've mentioned this already, and we're gonna wrap it up pretty soon. How do you differentiate yourself from the 2,000 black guys who look exactly like you and going for the same roles?
Like, mainly with my auditions, when I go, some are limited with information, they give you pre-information. Before I go there, I practice. There's something I do called face acting into the mirror. So I go through, say I have lines, I just sit in front of the mirror, look at different emotion I can pull out, different faces I can give, what my face is saying as I'm delivering this line, or how my body is when I'm delivering this line. So I really study myself before I go into the audition room. I just don't wing it, so to say. So I think sometimes that helps because mentally and physically I'm going in there prepared.
So those are the people who maybe are deluded with their talent and not putting the hard work. So you feel you differentiate yourself through putting that application, that hard work continuously. So I want to give you a couple of light ones, just some light ones, because we've got a bit heavy. We've got a bit heavy, and you know you've made my my listeners definitely know that it ain't easy.
At all, it's not easy at all.
But you're a working actor, and you know you've applied your craft, and you continuously nothing but up and up. So in terms of success, if I was to put the word out, success, who springs to mind?
What, black actors or just actors?
I mean, anyone. I mean, black, anyone.
I mean,
it doesn't even have to be actors. It doesn't even have to be celebrities. It could be anyone that you know personally. I just want to know what success is to you.
Success is when you conquer what you set out to do. I think that's success. Like, you can have successful bin men, you can have successful cabmen.
Yeah.
But I think the society we live in, where most of the young people, not that I'm old, but most people are blinded by when they see people throwing money, they think that's success. When they see you popping this, champagne, wearing jewelry, I mean, you can do that, but it doesn't mean you are successful. That could be your overdraft that you're using that for. You know what I mean? And a bin man can be successful in what he does because that's what he's set out to be. I mean, not everybody wants the glitter and glamour jobs in the world. Some people just want to be regular people that just do regular stuff. And my definition of success is once you conquer what you set out to do, then you're successful in whatever you do.
So who springs to mind?
My father definitely has to be one of the people that springs to mind to me because I know him personally. He's obviously my father. I've seen his hard work in what he does and he's laid examples. So he's someone that I definitely look up to, and he's a pinnacle of success that I follow after because he has set the benchmark high and he achieved what he wanted to achieve in his lifetime, in his kids' lifetime, in his grandchildren's lifetime. So he's a very positive role model to me as well, and I think a lot of our young brothers lack that strong male hold in that they can look up to, basically. So I think I'm very fortunate to have someone like that and someone to show me how to move up in the world without losing the essence of my main and my focus, what I set out to do. Because as you said, it's very hard. It's very easy for me to say that, you know what, this acting thing's not working for me, it's too hard. How can I be we're in the 8th month of the year and I've only done 2 jobs and stuff like that. So I mean, he's definitely a guy that springs up to me when you say success.
Yeah. And does that play heavy on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, like,
because you're Nigerian, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
So he's of Niger background, and anyone who knows Nigerian family and household, they know that, you know, unless you're in those.
But to be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you. My dad, everyone says your dad's not a typical Nigerian man. My dad has been. He's been tough, but lovingly tough. He's always supported my craft from the young age. From when I was about 8, 9, when I said, Dad, this is what I want to do. He's always supported me. He's always like giving me opportunity to express myself. And I think like that's what a lot of Nigerian parents don't do. They don't allow their children to express themselves. Like I've seen this a lot. I'm not even trying to stereotype and say Africans, or I'm sure other races do it, but most Africans I've seen have killed their children's dream before it's even started because they don't see their vision. But what we need to know as individuals, we'll have a vision, we'll have a plan that God has for us. No one is going to see your vision as clear as you're going to see it. But if you let other people cloud your mind or your judgment, then you're never going to reach where you want to reach. And I really appreciate my dad because he definitely a guy that let me express myself and let me see like what I want to do and encourages me, took me to auditions and stuff like that. And it's very rare that you find African parents doing that. I'm not saying they don't do it.
Yeah, no,
I'm saying it's very rare. So
how can we find you and what's next? So let's start with what's next for Solomon, and then how we can get in touch.
okay, what's next? I'm shooting an advert for Betway next week, and I went for audition for a music video for an artist which I can't mention at the moment, but all I can just say is they are up and coming and their song is really hitting the underground world, and it's been playing all the UK major radio stations. So I'm playing the lead role in the music video. So it's going to be a boy and a girl, so you can see me in that. So that's why I got booked.
Nice. And so how can people find you if they want to get in touch? And why should they get in touch?
I mean, if there's any directors, casting directors. Oh yeah, before I go, sorry, and I just got something coming out as well called Snapped.
Snapped?
Yeah.
How am I spelling that?
Are we spelling it?
Yeah, like snapped.
Yeah,
with
as a snap,
okay.
Snapchat. It's basically a short film we did on Snapchat, which is getting released at the end of the month or early next month, but it should be released at the end of. It was written and directed with Bola Ajigbaje. I hope I said that name. She's the writer of Gone Too Far, the one that was in the cinema, and he has Tommy Expressive in it, my friend Tunji Lucas, he's gonna be in the new Peter Pan that's coming out. He's Nigerian as well. So we all got together as friends and we did something. It's gonna come out on Snapchat. So you guys should watch out for that. And it's called Snapped, the movie.
Amazing.
Yeah. So where you can find me and why you should find me, well, as you know, I'm still up and coming actor, even though I'm a professional actor. So I still need help. I still need people that's got good scripts that could check me out. I've got I'm on Facebook, Solomon Akano. I'm on Instagram as Solomon Akano as well, and Twitter as well, Solomon Akano.
Amazing.
So,
and how are you spelling Akano?
It's Akano and Solomon SOLOMON.
Hey guys, we really appreciate you listening, and if you have any feedback whatsoever, please do leave it in the comment section below. Also, you can get all the information on the guests, the links and resources we speak about in the description below. There's plenty more videos in our archives in our video section, so do check that out. And last but not least, and this is really important, if you are somebody who can teach us how you do what it is you do, because Blacticulate is all about empowering and upskilling the community, then please get in touch because we'd love to feature you too. Guys, you're the best. Hope you have a great day and see you soon.